Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sean Result and welcome to my Samsung DeX videos. So in this video we're going to be playing a horror game on Samsung DeX, and this is actually a horror visual novel. So I'm not sure how that's going to be. I usually don't like visual novels, so let's see how it goes. So this game will, I assume, of course, work on Samsung DeX because it's a visual novel. But let's go ahead and see. So I have a Galaxy S9 Plus, and yeah, so basically in this videos I simply see if the game works on Samsung DeX with a keyboard and mouse or with a game controller. So let's go ahead and see if the game works. So I already launched the game through the game launcher, and the game is in full screen. Let's go ahead and just say new game. Okay, let's see if it works. And hopefully it works, of course. Okay, the Ermengarde Mansion. Okay. Okay, it was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth in Ermengarde. How the hell do I say that? Ermengarde, what the hell? Luxembourg. Ermengarde of Luxembourg, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone. Can I use the game controller? Just like say next and stuff. Can I? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe I can use the mouse setting here. Mouse. Because I can use the mouse to move around, then you press this to go. Nice, okay. Now I can nicely sit back. Okay. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended with the good noble perished at the hands of a great plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. Because now what? One of these games can be quite scary. I think I will play the whole game, depending on how long the game is. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and play the whole game. Okay. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. This is a visual novel, so I have to get used to reading. Okay, let me just drink some water. And that is when it began. Okay. Okay. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, of cries and howls that filled the nights, and hearsay of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Even after 400 years, these stories remain, much like the house itself. Whispers about the once great house, its legend and its curse, still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Okay, so am I the owner now? Someone's calling me.
Hello? Isabella? Are you there? Where are you?
I am here! A familiar jittery voice comes from the other end.
Oh, hey Rose. I'm at St. Goretti High. What's the matter? What do you mean, what's the matter?
I mean, what's the matter?
It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Jeez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my god, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't haven't you? You chickened out.
Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously.
I'd like to believe that. So hurry up and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless.
I have goosebumps already and I haven't even barely started playing the game.
Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there.
I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted.
Jeez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all.
And so hopefully I have enough space on my phone in order to actually record this.
And even if they are, which they are
So
not,
far I really like this.
they
Like
can't
really
do
like this.
anything. They're nothing but spirits.
You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not be happy with you enough to curse you.
No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch.
Believe it or not, it's better to be careful.
Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa.
And I think that mansion is where we'll likely find another one.
I can feel it.
That was one time, Isabella.
Listen up.
Wait, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own.
Fine, fine. Let me just finish up here. I'll be right there soon.
Okay, see you.
That's rude. Okay, so am I Isabella? I'm playing as Isabella. Rose still charming as ever.
Who was that?
I look up from my phone to see Rebecca. Becca giving me a questioning look.
Oh, that? It's just Rose.
Rose? The one you said who trained you for your job back when you started? You're working together again?
Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations.
So what accent is this? The accent that they're speaking actually.
Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. The RC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon.
Because Rebecca has quite an interesting accent.
Oh, wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about?
It sounds British, kind of.
Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back?
Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her.
I love the fact that they're actually like voicing the text and not just having for me to read it. Like each character has their own voice and I can hear them. I actually really like that.
And besides, a job is a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
As soon as those words leave my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle.
What's so funny?
Nothing. It's just that I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about the place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. I honestly thought you'd back out.
Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect.
A sympathetic look crosses her face.
You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton.
So who's Ashton?
We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever.
I have to keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression.
I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks.
Hey, instant noodles are actually quite delicious. I like instant noodles. Like I love to eat those 2-minute noodles. It's fucking delicious. She crossed her arms and grimaces at the fort. Her voice slightly rises as she begins to scold me. Instantly, I'm reminded why Becca excels at teaching boisterous teenagers.
Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you.
I like noodles.
You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it.
No. Okay, I eat other things too. You're not my mom. I like the fact that I actually get a choice. Like I get to choose what to say back. So I'm gonna say I eat other things too.
Hey! I eat other things too.
I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I'd use with my younger siblings when they're being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me.
That's not going to work on me. And I saw it when you were cleaning your flat last week. The instant noodle cups outnumber everything else.
So, what you trying to say there, Becca?
You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet?
Yeah, did you?
I'm not just living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there.
Yeah.
Becca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. She even went a little green on the last one. I would have laughed a little at that, but if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her.
Aren't those the same ones you won from the grocer's raffle more than a year ago?
Does it matter?
No, Becca, it
Oh,
doesn't.
I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year.
Yeah, I do.
In any case, those are still not exactly healthier choices, Val.
So? She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile.
What am I going to do with you?
$1 million would work. You know, just saying. She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly. If I'm looking for the exact word...
I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing.
Then give me $1 million, Becca.
I already told you before. You're always free to reheat food in my fridge.
Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me since after I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money.
That's why she has to give it, not borrow.
And I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself.
Isabella. Think for yourself. She's willing to give you money and now you will not take the money. Think, man.
You and your pride. But suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though.
Isabella, take it!
I nod in response, if only to get her to drop the topic. But I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It has nothing to do with pride. I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships can take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small, pretty things, but she already feels like a real sister to me. So far, I really like this game. It's really an interesting game. I don't want to lose that friendship over something so trivial. I hope the audio is recording. It better be recording, like seriously. Becca's movements when she takes a quick glance at something behind me snaps me out of my thoughts.
Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending, and my students will be back any minute.
Is that my problem?
I'm being so rude. I'm actually playing as Isabella, so just checking the storage space left. So I actually act more like Isabella.
We can catch up later.
Okay, bye.
Good luck with your clients. You
Thank
better
you.
treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale.
You bet!
You bet.
With a small smile, she returns to her desk and begins sifting through the pages of a rather thick history book. She's probably working on next week's lesson plan, or trying at least. Her eyes are distant and she doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if she heard my voice, Becca starts coughing heavily. Her hand hastily goes to her mouth to stifle the sounds, and Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here. Someone who makes a habit out of worrying about other people, Becca sure forgets how to take care of herself.
Hey, you sure you can manage on your own?
My back is sore, that's why I keep moving like this and
I
stuff.
mean, you're still a bit feverish.
Ah, hush, dear. Don't you worry about me.
She sounds like an old woman saying that line.
I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain.
I actually watched a show, anime show called Toradora, and she reminds me of a character on Toradora actually. A little herd with a flat look. She has had a cold for a couple of days now, something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her doctor prescribed. Look who's being stubborn now.
You shouldn't even be working right now.
Seriously, you big baby. I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad, and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better.
She offers me a reassuring smile and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There is no stopping her once she has decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine as she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I place it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way.
Alright, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay?
There's an amused gleam in her eyes when she shifts them back to me.
Look who's playing the mother hen now.
Rebecca!
Okay. I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom.
Before I can retort, she casts another look at the clock. I couldn't see that. I take that as a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a small wave, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi to take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. There's something there at the top, but I missed it. It's fine. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I don't have trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently everyone in Luxembourg City knows of it, including every bit of rumors surrounding the place. In fact, just a mention of its name is enough for locals to give you cautious sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted there, and it only boosted my belief that there's something more to the house. Ow, my back and neck. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up in the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully it died down a few weeks later. The place would have become a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window once the buildings shrink in the distance. We get a glimpse of the countryside soon, although a quick glance at my watch tells me we're still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done. Rose did ask me to review the mansion's documents. I already looked them over last night, but as you never know when things might go wrong. And life has ways of messing things up like that. Halfway through reading the papers, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, neatly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again, anyway.
Rose?
Ash. Ooh, Ashton.
Guess again.
Guess again. That voice. It must be Ash.
Ash.
Bingo.
I like this guy so far.
Hey, what's up?
You know, just masturbating and shit.
Just checking if you're still
Can I
cool later
mute
this
him?
evening.
You mean that thing with Zach?
Yeah.
I can't mute him.
You can
Can
call
I
in
end
the
the
middle
call?
of the night just to remind me.
No, don't worry.
Aw, that's
I
stupid.
didn't forget. I'll be there.
Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off?
Around 6 p.m.? I don't know.
I won't make it. Something's gonna happen at the house, and I'm
It's
gonna
the
be in
first day
trouble.
of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're
Ermengarde.
expecting quite a number of potential buyers.
Ermengarde.
I'll be booked the whole afternoon.
Ermengarde Mansion?
Ermengarde Mansion.
You know, the big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on my way there right now, actually.
On your own?
Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah.
I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up.
Shut up!
Ash chuckles and I can't help but roll my eyes upon hearing it.
I'll see you later. Drop me a see if I can pick you up.
Whatever. But
Stupid asshole, always teasing me whenever he sees a chance. I'll show him who's tough. It takes a few minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. The mansion actually looks quite nice, it looks like a good place. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside. Yes, yet despite all of this, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. The surrounding area is unusually silent and only the rustling of the leaves can be heard as occasional breeze passes. While Anslim village is just a few miles away, everybody keeps their distance on purpose. Perhaps out of fear the horror of falling under the mansion's curse. Somehow it makes me feel sad. The lack of immediate human presence just makes the place all the more eerie than it has any right to be. If it's uncanny in broad daylight, I can't imagine how this place looks at night.
Are you planning to go inside that place, Missy?
Hell yeah!
The voice nearly makes me jump out of my skin. Without completely taking my eyes away from the house, I give the driver a confused nod. A beat passes while I wait for him to say more, but his only answer is a non-committal hum. Belatedly, it occurs to me that he must have been waiting for my payment. I mentally slap myself for spacing out and promptly hand him the fare with an apologetic look. I expected him to leave as soon as I've paid, but there's a hesitant expression on him, as if something hasn't been said yet.
is there something wrong?
Look, Missy, I'm sure you've heard what the people are telling everyone about that place. Nobody likes to be disturbed when they're at peace, and I'm pretty sure whatever they say is in that house doesn't want to either. I admit they did a good job fixing it up, but there must have been a reason why even distant relatives of the family who used to own the house never lived in there despite inheriting it. No wonder they wanted to get rid of it.
Maybe they just didn't like it?
You never
I've
know.
got goosebumps. He drives off after, but what he said was left a foreboding feeling in my gut. I breathed out a heavy sigh as I approached the house. After hearing enough of the rules, I should have expected the conversation to take that turn. But I'm already here. Backing out is completely out of the question. It's not like I have a choice anyway. If I want to get that bonus and commission one way or another, I've got to sell this property. The door is ajar when I get to it. However, while my own copy of the keys dangle I uselessly in my hand, Rose must have left it open when she arrived. That's weird. We may be the only people here this early, but I've never known her as someone who careless. Looks nice. I like how the place looks. Entering what greets me inside leaves me gaping. They've cleaned every corner, waxed the floor, dusted the antiques, searched every nook, cranny and crevice, and made it spiss and span. All for the sake of making the mansion more enticing to the modern day lords and ladies. But no matter how hard they try, the mansion still looks as soulless as ever. As though it's going to eat you alive. If you ask me, they should have just listened to what other people have been telling them and leave this place alone. Some things in this world are better left alone, never to be disturbed ever again.
Rose?
I hear an echo. I call out.
Rose, I'm here. Where are you?
That's scary as fuck. My voice echoes softly throughout the hallways. Oh, who am I kidding? In a place to speak, I don't think she'll hear me, no matter how deafening the silence is. She could be all the way on the other side of the property, for all I know. Quickly, I reach for my phone and dial her number, but
the number you have dialed has not been recognized. Please
what
check
the
and
hell?
try again.
That's scary, man. I've got goosebumps again. What do you mean it has not been recognized? You just... Oh, fuck. It's not like she was eaten by the house, right? Or maybe the ghost did hear us talking and spirited her away, right? No, Isabella, don't be ridiculous. She probably just wandered deeper into the house and lost signal or something. I'll dial her number again. Hopefully the call will connect this time.
The number you have dialed has not been recognized.
That's really scary,
Please
man.
check and try again.
No, but to no avail. Oh boy, I have a very bad feeling about this.
Rose? If you can hear me, please come out. Come on, Rose. This isn't funny. You know this place gives me the creeps.
No answer. This isn't going to work. The place is big. She could be anywhere. I need to start looking for her. I take a deep breath before venturing deeper into the mansion. Taking a couple of steps forward, I notice something move above the grand staircase.
What the hell? Rose? Rose, is that you?
Fucking goosebumps.
Not funny. I'm leaving you if you don't come out. Not coming out, huh? Fine, I'm going.
Okay, that's a lie. She's my friend. I can't really leave until I know she's alright. Growing desperate, I tried to contact her number again. Come on, please give me something. Please, Lord. So it says calling now.
Hello? Hello? Rose, I'm here at the mansion.
No, man. No.
Where the hell are you?
She doesn't respond. There's also heavy static coming from her side. I sincerely hope it doesn't get cut off again before I can get an answer from
Rose,
her.
come on. Where are you?
A few moments pass until the static eventually starts to quiet down. Oh. I don't wanna go to the attic.
What? The attic? Why?
Crap, it got cut off. Man, do I really need to go there? With how deep inside the mansion the attic is, there's barely any signal there. No wonder I can't contact her. But why is she there? Out of all places, she just had to make me go fetch her in the creepiest room of this place. Is she doing this to get back at me for being late? Whatever, I'll just go. The sooner I meet up with her, the sooner I'll feel better about being here. I carefully make my way up the staircase. My legs wobble as I mentally curse the fact that I've chosen real estate instead of picking a career that doesn't involve strange abandoned houses. Upon reaching the top, the grand hallway greets me. It reaches out to the two major wings of the mansion, the east and the west wing. There are two attics here, one on each side, but the east one has been converted to a storage room of sorts, and somehow I find it least likely for Rose to wander there by herself. Besides, she never did like going into stuffy storage's room. So I head towards the west wing first, where a simple wooden door at the end of the hall opens to a small room. Inside is another set of steps leading to a second attic. Unlike the grand staircase though, the stairs to the attic are steep and narrow, made of old stones and covered with a thick coating of dust that kicks up into the air with every step. Thank God it's still daytime. If it wasn't for the light streaming through the door behind me, I might easily stumble and fall. With how old the place is, there are no light fixtures to illuminate the cramped passage up. Why they bothered to add one here when they renovated escapes me. Jeez, why did it with the rest of the house? It looks exactly as it did since the last day I've been here. Full of dust, worn out and faded by time. Oh, I thought I cleaned everything. Did the crew miss this room? Cleanliness is the least of my concerns right now. The more pressing matter is Rose. She's not here. Was I dreaming when I talked to her a while ago? Did I mishear her? No, it could have been a dream. After all, the creepy ambience of this estate is doing such a remarkable job of making sure I stay alert and awake. Oh, I'm not used to reading so much. Or not reading aloud at least. I'm sure she said she was here. Is this a prank? Or maybe the phone call was Rose's last message to me before the curse got her. Ah, shut up, brain. You're not helping. Don't make this scarier than it already is. But if she's not here, then where is she? What the hell was that? That's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. We must have angered spirits living here. I knew disturbing this mansion was a bad idea right from this very start, but nobody listened. Be fucking realistic, I said. They think I'm cuckoo because I believe in curses and ghosts and all that. Me and my outlandish backwater country beliefs. I've always strived to be a model employee, but not this time. No, I'm turning back for the sake of my sanity. Briar Realty can find another agent who is more fucking realistic to tour people around this haunted house. Before leaving, I take one last look at the gloomy old room, just to check.
Huh? What's this?
My worries about Rose's whereabouts must have caused me to miss it when I first entered the room. But there's clearly something on the floor. I don't see it. It looks like...
A letter?
I don't see it, just leave. Lying on the ground just a couple of inches away from me. Out of sheer curiosity, I lean down and pick it up. Strange! I don't want to press A and continue with this thing. So I'm actually quite scared and I've got goosebumps everywhere. I don't recall seeing this the last time I was here. A few days back, me and a few other agents inspected the mansion to prepare for today. I had been the last to look inside the attic and leave, and it certainly hadn't been here before. Someone must have left in the room since then. Did Rose leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? I could have missed her though, could I? There's only one set of stairs leading to the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. The paper is so thin and rough, I'm worried it'll fall apart if I so much touch it. But with great care I open it and what I read shakes me to... Oh no, what's... Oh! Help me, help me, help me, help me.
Oh my god.
Nothing but words help me fills the page, all of it seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Or blood. I gulp. The same phrase just goes on and on. Help me, help me, help me. Oh, send it to 5 people or else. The same phrase just goes on and on until...
Send this to 5 people or else.
What fucking goosebumps.
Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek into the envelope to make sure I'm not missing out on the second page. There's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. The room is suddenly getting colder. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight of that greased me next has me frozen on the spot. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manner of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of this is, I want to cry, call for help, but the words catching in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Be brave and look up. Oh, I have to look up. I need to face it. Whatever these feet belong to, I need to face it. And if I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. I called comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage and I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards.
Please, don't hurt me.
Without thinking, I scrambled towards the door. I struggled to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord! Make it go away!
Why now? Why won't it open now? My heart sinks as reality dawns in. I'm putting the audio a bit softer, because my girlfriend is sleeping in the other room. I'm locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
Oh, fuck off. Oh, don't approach me! He slowly approaches me as I wrench the doorknob violently back and forth. What now? What now? Fucking puss. How much space do I have left? Can I continue with the series? Holy shit, man! Oh, I'm gonna run out of space now for this video. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna end the video here, but I will continue in the next video. I really want to continue this game and series. Definitely continue this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me just go and give the game a rating. This game gets a fucking 5-star rating from me. Good. No, it could be better, the controls. Liked it. Graphics, it's actually quite good. It could be better, of course. There's always room for improvement. Yeah, wow, okay. The game's quite scary, actually. There's going to be a part 2, and maybe a part 3, we'll see, but there's definitely going to be a part 2. I'm going to continue playing this game. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.